don't want our Kenneth to die, so we're going to buff him the most. That's the last time. And then we are all in. Beyond lethal. Hello, good game. That's that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Woo! Minus 34. That is a beatdown. Hey everybody, welcome back, and thanks for watching Hello Good Game. Today, we're going to look at what I think might be one of the strongest Brawl decks. Now, I know the other day I talked about Flip and how he was the strongest, but clearly that's a bit of a joke. He's good if you can get the draw in and execute before your opponent does some big crazy thing like Golos, but even then, things have to go perfect. Flip is not the best Brawl commander. Thanks for letting me humor you. But Golos might be the best Brawl commander. Let's take a look at the deck. Obviously, we all know Golos. When he enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a land card, put that land card onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. So there's two things we're doing here. We're looking for Field of the Dead, we're looking for Command Tower, and then if both of those are on the field, we can take, what is it called? Plaza of Harmony, and that'll gain us a little bit of life. So that's what we're digging with Golos, and then he has the ability that pays 7, and then we're exiling the top 3 cards of our library, and we're going to play them this turn without paying their mana costs, which is inherently broken as well. You'll have to pardon my jabberjaw. I've had a lot of caffeine this evening. We have a Boreal Grazer. This is going to ramp. We can play 2 land cards. Play 1, we'll play our Grazer, and then he'll allow us to play the other one. He also is a 0/3 with Reach, which is broken as well. Growth Spiral, another ramp card, draw card. You may play another land this turn, or put a land from your hand to the battlefield. Arcane Signet, another ramp card. Tap it to add 1 mana of any color to your commander's identity. Teferi Time Raveler, this is a bit of a tempo play. Each opponent can cast spells only anytime they could cast sorcery. So this means nothing on the stack, no counters, etc., which is great. And then +1 until your next turn, you may cast sorcery spells as if they've had flash. And -3, return up to 1 target artifact, creature, or enchantment to its owner's hand, then draw a card. So that's great for the draw effect and even the plus effect, allowing you to cast sorceries such as Deafening Clarion on your opponent's turn if you so choose. So Deafening Clarion, choose one or both. Deafening Clarion deals 3 damage to each creature. Creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn. We have Oko, Thief of Crowns. How can you not? This card is broken. +2, create a food token. +1, target artifact creature. Target artifact or creature loses all abilities and becomes a green elk with creature base power and 3/3. Yeah, I am just butchering these cards today. You'll have to pardon me. Risen Reef. When Risen Reef or another elemental enters the battlefield under your control, look at the top card of your library. If it is a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped. If you don't put the land card into the battlefield, put it into your hand. Chromatic Lantern, this is another ramp card basically. Lands you control have add 1 mana of any color, and then you can also tap Chromatic Lantern to add 1 mana of any color. Drawn from Dreams, we're looking at the top 7 cards of our library. We can put 2 of those cards into our hand, the rest on the bottom of our library in a random order. Fires of Invention. You may cast spells only during your turn, and you can cast no more than 2 spells each turn. You may cast spells with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of lands you control without paying their mana cost. Searcher's Route. You may search your library for 2 basic land cards and or gate cards, put them into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. That's another great ramp card. Verascus, Golgari Queen, +2, you may sacrifice another permanent. If you do, gain 1 life, draw a card. -3, destroy target permanent with converted mana cost 3 or less. And -9, you get an emblem with whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. Tamail, Collector of Tales. Spells and abilities your opponent control can't cause you to discard cards or sacrifice permanents. +1, choose a non-land card name, then reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put all cards with the chosen name from among them into your hand, then the rest into your graveyard. And then -3, return target card from your graveyard to your hand of the chosen name. Omnorth, Locus of the Royal. When Omnorth enters the battlefield, it deals damage to target equal to the number of elementals you control. And then whenever you play a land, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on target elemental you control. If you control 8 or more lands, draw a card, which is going to be really powerful. Kenrith, the Returned King. All creatures gain trample and haste until end of turn for 1. For 2, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. For 3, target player gains 5 life. For 4, target player draws a card. And for 5, put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under its owner's control. Cavalier of Thorns. This is a 5/6 with reach. When Cavalier of Thorns enters the battlefield, reveal the top 5 cards of your library. Put a land card from among them onto the battlefield and the rest into your graveyard. Then when Cavalier of Thorns dies, you may exile it. If you do, put another target card from your graveyard on top of your library. Nissa, Who Shakes the World. Whenever you tap a forest for mana, add an additional forest, +1, put 3 1/1 counters on one target land you control, untap it, it becomes a 0/3 elemental with said counters, and it gains vigilance and haste. It is still a land. At -8, you get an emblem with lands you control have indestructible, and search your library for any number of forest cards, put them into the battlefield tapped, and shuffle your library. Time Wipe. Return target creature you control to its owner's hand, and then destroy all creatures. Escape the Wilds. Exile the top 5 cards of your library. You may play exiled cards this way until the end of your next turn. You may play an additional land this turn, which is great for our land ramp. Yarok the Desecrated. Death Touch Lifelink. If a permanent entering the battlefield causes a trigger ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that triggered ability triggers an additional time. So this is great for Field of the Dead. Planar Cleansing. Destroy all non-land permanents. Liliana Dreadhorde General. Whenever a creature you control dies, draw a card. +1, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. -4, each player sacrifices two creatures. And -9, each opponent chooses a permanent they control of each permanent type and sacrifices the rest. Casualties of War. Choose one or more. Destroy target artifact, destroy target creature, destroy target enchantment, destroy target land, destroy target planeswalker. Garruk the Cursed Huntsman. For 0, create 2/2 black and green wolves. Whenever these wolves die, you're going to put a loyalty counter on Garruk. Each Garruk you control, actually. And then -3, destroy target creature and draw a card. -6, you get an emblem with creatures you control, gain +3/+3 and have trample. Realm Cloaked Giants. This is a sorcery adventure. Destroy all non-giant creatures, and then he himself is a 7/7 with vigilance. Agent of Treachery. When it enters the battlefield, gain control of target permanent. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 3 or more permanents you don't own, you draw 3 cards. We'll never be doing that. Beanstalk Giant has a sorcery adventure on it. Search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield, then shuffle your library. And then Beanstalk Giant's power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. Plane-wide Celebration. Choose 4. You may choose the same mode more than once. Create a 2/2 citizen creature token that's all colors. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Proliferate. You gain 4 life. Hydroid Krasis. When Hydroid Krasis is cast, you gain half X and draw half X cards, round down each time. It has flying and trample, and then it enters the battlefield with X 1/1 counters on it. Gadwick the Wizarding. When he enters the battlefield, draw X cards, and whenever you cast a blue spell, tap a target non-land permanent an opponent controls. And then we have our planes. We have a Castle Vantress, Island, Mountain, Forest, Hallowed Fountain, all these good lands because we're running Field of the Dead, of course, and then Command Tower, Fabled Passage, Field of the Dead, Gateway Plaza. Basically all your unique lands that you can possibly fit in the deck. We've got a really nice curve to the deck, you'll see. So that's great. And we are running 29 lands. So that's that. If you enjoyed this longer breakdown of the deck, make sure to comment down below long. I know I do get a little long-winded and jabber-jawed, if you will. And I do a shorter version of this that I've been trying to ask people if they like that as well. So they can comment short on the video, and we will figure out what's best. I think I should probably just take my time and read them a little bit slower, but I'll let you guys be my constructive criticism judges and let me know. So, with that being said, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All our subscribers are entered in to win up to 500,000 in gems. And if you don't know what I'm talking about after you subscribe, go ahead and search up Gem Giveaway on my channel, and you'll be able to familiarize yourself with all of that. Woo! All right, guys. Enjoy today's footage. I know I enjoyed playing Golos. I think he's definitely one of their strongest commanders for Brawl. Let me know as well what you think of that, and we will catch you all later. I've determined that any 5-color Brawl deck is superior if you can have Command Tower, Arcane Signet, and oh goodness, what is the third one I was thinking of? Chromatic Lantern. If you can have these, you basically have it wrapped up. We do get a free mulligan here, and you know, I might use it. We're missing red for fires. I don't know what the chances of us pulling that. Fires is great though. We might actually keep that, and then we're just ramping into Golos anyways. And that's kind of the thing about Golos decks. They don't go anywhere quick. And we do have a planar cleansing, which is going to get us there as well. And see, so we don't have a mountain there, so we're going to just mill everything that's not a mountain. And I guess we don't even need to do that anymore because we can pull out a mountain with our Searcher's Route. So that's probably what we should focus on. Big news today as well. We're leaving our current residence, going to a new place, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure what the internet's going to be like. It could be not as great as what I'm used to here, which is a bummer. We can bounce his Chromatic Lantern if we had access to a blue, which we don't, and that's our only play for 3. So we're going to chill. We have Searcher's Route next turn, which will pull out a Boros Guildgate or something like that, I'm sure. And then we can play our Fires of Invention and then play anything we want. I'm envisioning a planar cleansing, wiping all his permanents here in a turn or two after we ramp up and he's emptied his hand. And that should be GG's, in all honesty. Field wipes are so powerful if your opponent's not taking that into account, and especially when we're playing best of 1 here. How easy is that to get away with, right? So let's play our Forest, and we'll play our Searcher's Route, taking that Boros Guildgate like we talked about. And we have black, we have white. We need a little splash of blue. Let's get the Simic Guildgate out as well. So we've got our 5 colors. That's what's important. Normally we'd use Chromatic Lantern to accomplish that, but we don't have it yet. We have access to our planar cleansing next turn with this 3rd planes. Depending on what he drops. He's got Kenrith as his commander, which we do see put in play. Alright. And he can cast 1 more spell, and he's just going to draw a card. That's great. Okay. So maybe we just throw Liliana on the field for now. Or we could bounce Kenrick with Teferi. That's probably best. Haste is quite the thing. Let's attack this from a little bit different of an angle. Let's take our Field of the Dead into play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Field is going to be our 7th land here, actually. Either we're taking Field or Command Tower with Golos in this deck. And since we've done that, we're kind of screwed on land now, so we can just toss whatever in tapped. Get that zombie, get those blockers, and we still have access to our planar cleansing if we want. I guess we could have also fired into our Golos as well, but I feel like I'm going to planar cleanse and then use our fire. I wasn't expecting him to be able to draw so many cards and keep a full hand. I wanted him to spam on the field and then wipe. But he's just drawing cards like a true champion. I'm thinking that he probably has field wipes in his hand as well. And he's kind of like weighing that over in his head. Yeah, we're going to triple block that, of course. He's going to kill our Golos, which is fine, but we're going to get the kill as well. We will not get the kill. Golos dies anyways. We pull out one of his removals. And he's taken trample to a whole nother level for 1 extra damage. 2 extra damage. Perfect. Alright, Kenrith doing mad work on us. We're down to 18. Yarok the Desecrated. That's pretty handy. We've no direct removal for Kenrith right now, so let's just go and wipe. We're going to get his Fire of Invention as well, which is a pretty cool snag for us. So he's back to operating off his land. And we could go up to 3, play our Teferi and plus him, which I think is our best bet. Obviously, he could play Kenrith again. He can't give it haste or trample unless he's got another land in the field, but I think he played one to start this turn. So we should be fine there. And obviously, we can just start this off with a bounce here. Probably the worst play I've ever seen. That's something I would have done in the past. And now we have full land, and I guess we can just start off. Oh, we should have had Yarok the Desecrated in for that. That's our bad. Our bad indeed. I guess let's toss that out there right now. Why not? We're in for 2 points damage. It's looking good for us. I really like Golos. He's easy to go long term with, and these Brawl matches have a tendency to do just that, go long. Alright, so we see a time wipe here. That's fine, it uses all his mana. And we still keep our Teferi and our fires. A command tower, of course. I don't mind if I do. Let's get Golos back out. I guess we could gain some life, why not? And then Liliana, also for 0, which is great. We're going to +2 here, plus our Teferi. And then we are done our turn. I would have done Golos's ability, but because of fires, we've already cast 2 spells that turn. So his ability would have just basically milled 3 of our cards. Oath of Kaya. And a Tomb of the Guild Pack, which is a great draw engine here. Let's see what he strikes down. I'm guessing my Teferi. That'll be all for his turn. Golgari Queen's great. Let's see what we pull here with Golos first. Oh my god. Alright, Agent of Treachery is going to take us this guild pack. We love that. We could have also taken a land, but what's the point? And then Kenrith, which is an absolute star. So we can play our land, get Field of the Dead, and then we're going to give haste and trample to everyone. And then we can... oh, heck. I'll gain 5 life just because I like to be above our starting total. And I can actually... I have 1 mana left. No, that's no fun. 2 mana left. We can put a counter on our beloved Golos. We don't want him to go anywhere. And now we're talking. Down to 1. I'd say that's about game. We beat him with his own commander. Oh, he pulls a Golos. Could he beat us with our own commander? That's the thing about Magic. You speak up and you've spoke too soon. That's the basic premise that I've taken away from it. But I don't think, unless he's got a field wipe here somehow, that he can do much. I mean, he does strike back a little bit, but it's not enough. We've got just way more field presence than him here. Oh, goodness. We'll humor him, I guess. Why not? Just spaz out even harder. Ooh, Garrick. Well, I appreciate that. As if we weren't running away with this before. We certainly are now. All that wolf power. We'll just +2. There's no need to sack anything. We'll decline here. We can also buff up. Who doesn't like that? We played 2 spells, so anything else is a waste. And let's just start putting counters on the boys. This could take a while. Obviously, we don't want our Kenneth to die, so we're going to buff him the most. That's the last time. And then we are all in. Beyond lethal. Hello, good game. That's that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Woo! -34. That is a beatdown. So, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's Brawl match. We've been pumping them out pretty quickly. Let me know if you're wanting them to be a little bit longer. I'm trying to keep them short and condensed because the matches are going to be relatively the same. So let me know what you think of that. We could go longer if you want. With that being said, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all on the flip side.